Yes.
Wow.
And he's only 11 years old.
And he's the bold one. Wow.
Certainly bold.
Wow. You know, you'd listen to that, you thought maybe it was a CD was playing, right? You know?
She was busy dancing.
You know, it's amazing that it's such a young man. He plays like he's been doing this for a long time, and he's only been on this earth 11 years.
Can you imagine?
I think that's what talent is.
Maybe someone downloaded the age into
No,
him.
it was just, it's a gift. God just blessed him. Let's leave it there. God gave him a gift.
Preach it, Pastor.
You know.
Well, there's
Whoa.
another set of people who are completely gifted to do what they have been doing for us all year long. The first we heard of COVID-19 was in December last year, or November, December last year. But the first experience of it in this country was February in this year. And it was like they were waiting for it because there was a good, quantum of preparation.
It was Dirty December that caused it. Dirty December. Dirty December brought it.
So we want to first of all applaud all health workers, especially those that we have in the audience with us. Dr. Iohe Akase is an infectious disease specialist. Please keep the applause going. If you're here, just signal. Nurse Ekwase Israel, thank you very much for all that you've been doing for us, as well as Chika Onwama, a senior research fellow at NIMR. Thank you all very much.
Let's see you guys. Let's see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All that you have been doing.
But
another set of health workers to celebrate are with us on set here now. And we want to thank you also very much.
I said I could have been a doctor.
Yes, you could have.
Somebody is chuckling out there.
I could have been a doctor. I just biology and chemistry.
Did what to you?
My Fikemba was Fikemba. I failed with dignity. So I just said, no, let's try this. So
You failed with dignity.
Yes, but I'm a doctor of some sort. Yeah.
Doctor of.
I bring joy, so I help heart. I'm a heart doctor. I bring down blood pressure, so I'm somehow a
doctor of joy.
Yes, a doctor of joy. DRJ. Hello.
Dr. Alero Robert is a public health practitioner. Thank you very much for your time and thank you for being here. Dr. Oladak Washiabis, as well as Dr. Shalom Oni. We have to applaud you as well for all that you have been doing for us. Thank you.
Guys. Thank you. Thank you.
But you know, your conversation with us here this morning is to talk us through living healthy because, as you very well know, one of the things synonymous with this season is eating. Unhealthy eating. I don't even want to go the local way that we will talk about it. But so, all in the name of making merry. So eating healthy and exercising, important as those things are, how we take them on in this season. Why are you laughing?
Sorry, you said take them on. Like it's a challenge. Like, yeah,
But isn't it a challenge?
Because you must eat.
You have to you eat or survive. Hello.
Okay, so is
you
it
gonna
just
eat. Yeah.
You just eat anything?
It's for the season. It's
only for a short time.
It's a couple of days. You take a cheat week, and just eat anyhow.
You have seen one of them.
Then after
eating
you
anyhow,
detox.
you face
You
the
go and
consequence.
detox for 2 weeks after.
Dr.
You go and detox.
That's one of your
That's how you
patients.
do
So please help me talk to her.
I'm so.
That's one of your patients.
Dr.
Actually, I must confess, I totally agree with Chioma on this one.
Okay.
It's for the season.
Can I stand up? Be like,
You can stand up and take a bow. Now. Stand up and take a bow. However, and I'm sure everybody here will agree with me, the season only.
yes.
So
Just,
take a cheat week.
Yeah.
And this is what December is all
depend on
about.
how much cheating you've been doing all year?
That is the whole point.
Yes.
You see, a week of cheating is not going to do or undo what
you
has
are doing.
become a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we can talk about eating as a lifestyle or eating for the season. And while I totally agree with Chioma for eating for the season, then we need to talk to some people about eating as a lifestyle.
Dr. Oni,
You know,
is the discipline part of it?
Now.
Once you start to enjoy it,
Now.
to take a pause.
Yeah,
it's a problem.
I want to corroborate what she actually said. Even indulging in this season will serve as a motivation for all your months and years of discipline. Because sometimes...
You are assuming that there has been discipline.
we are coming to that. Now, for those who have been actually keeping up to healthy lifestyle,
Right.
you need this season, to motivate yourself, to
Yes.
reward yourself.
Honestly.
And like she rightly said, a week, 3 days, 5 days is not too much. The carbs, the sugars,
Yes.
even for lovers of alcohol, little, and things like that.
Emphasis on the little.
A little, yeah. So, and after the season, you go back to
go
your
back.
normal, lifestyle.
detox for 2
But-
weeks.
but
Have
like
you been? Have you been?
A little.
A little.
Okay.
A little.
Okay.
See, I cheat with my chest. I've tried this year. This year I gave them where I was giving them. I was planning and looking forward to December so that I give myself 1 week of hello, as in don't talk to me. Sugar, what I eating is sugar. Yeah. What's that?
I know.
Rice. Food jollof. I'm on it with meat, animals of every sort. Lying one, lying down, all kind of animals. Hello. Then I have dessert. Hello. I'm gonna do it. Then I detox. So like around January 5th, I would think of detoxing
You would
for
think.
like 2 weeks. Then I go back to my regular life.
Yeah, the good part about January detoxing is that your pocket power certainly ensures that you will detox.
Yes, yeah. So that's my plan.
School fees and all. School fees and all.
Nobody, yeah.
Dr. Ashiobi, where are you on this?
Well, let's agree with Dr. J.
Dr. J.
Dr. Joy.
Thank you.
Food, drink, it has an effect on even the mental state. And so, sugar keeps you happy. And that's why it's easy for people to not get addicted. But, like we rightly said, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. So we have 52 weeks in the year. So if you take 1 week break, but let's remember
It's
what
allowed.
he said. If you have been doing it for 51 weeks,
And then this last one.
not the way we do it. You have not been doing it for
suspecting Chigo.
51 weeks, Then you now add 1 week on top of the 51 bad weeks. Then you might need to pay. Now, it's like pouring water in a bucket.
I swear by my chocolate. All year round.
So, the amount of what you put in and what you take out determines how full the bucket will be. So, what you take in, food, drink, is pouring water in your bucket. Now, what you take out could either be exercise, sleep, and all that. So, if you don't put too much in, then your exercise will work. But if you put too much in to exercise it away,
It's impossible.
you can't catch up. The major thing that adds to those challenges are the input. Let Nigerians know that most times most people cannot keep up with exercising to keep the weight down. So it's essential that inflow be controlled.
Yes.
For 51, I like us to go up to something. Be disciplined for what?
51.
Then you can qualify for Dr. J's 1 week of flying, sleeping,
How many of
and
us,
crawling
all in
animals.
favor, say aye?
Everyone is... Now, Lero, there's something that I have noticed, and I don't know if everybody else has noticed. It looks like Nigerians have become more aware of the fact that they need exercise.
Fit farm.
I see more people walking every morning, jogging,
Yep.
and going to the clubs to play tennis, play golf, or whatever. Am I...
Well, let's put it like this.
Kidding myself, or is that's the reality?
It depends on the part of Lagos where you are used to.
Okay.
Because when you are looking at Lagos as a state in its totality,
It's not the same.
a good 90% of people, physical activity is their daily means of making a living.
Yes.
So whether they like it or not,
They have to
They're
they
exercise.
are
exercising.
running along
Yes.
the bridge trying to
Yes.
sell one
Yes.
gala.
Oriere?
They are pushing the carts,
Yes.
either transporting goods to or from the market for somebody else, or collecting the refuse, or water. They've got a cart. Have you ever tried to push a cart full of those kegs of water?
I don't want to
Kegs.
imagine it.
So for 90, am I being conservative, Dr.
Entry-
Shiobi? Or should I
entry
take it to
downfall-
95?
downfall-
Downfall.
To catch
that
it on the
have you
run.
ever called Ojo Straight? Wole pẹ̀lú change o. It's energy. So for a lot of Lagosians,
already
the vast majority of Lagosians, physical activity, I didn't call it exercise. Did I call it exercise?
No,
I did not call it
physical
exercise.
activity.
Physical activity is a daily subsistence lifestyle. They have to do it or they die. So now we come to the 2 to 5%.
Fit farm. Fit farm.
Yeah.
You know, the 2 to 5%, of which clearly you are a part. Sadly, I am not, but you are a part. Who now decide that
You are a part. You are a part.
Oh, you know, that Lekki Link Bridge.
Yes.
Long enough.
It's good to see and be
that
seen.
side.
1 kilometer.
1.25
You are
kilometers.
monks. You are monks.
It's good to see and be seen. But that does not really represent the lifestyle
we're
of
talking
the
about.
majority of Lagosians. Unfortunately, Dr. Shionbi and I are together on this. We deal with what we call the bottom of the pyramid. Having said that, it is one of the reasons why I think one of the previous guests had mentioned it, that we are hypothesizing may be the reason why we have not seen COVID the way others have seen it. However, it is still a hypothesis. Sadly, our scientists have been out of action since February 22nd. I noticed nobody has said a word about that. The universities are on strike.
They're on
Hello.
strike.
You've
They are
forgotten.
still alive.
How do they work without laboratories? How do they work without their tools?
maybe it
No,
feels like
but-
No, he
they are-
can do it.
but
Maybe it
Alara,
feels like they do it in their house.
Some
Yes.
doctors
The-
have come here and told us that there seems to be some inbuilt immunity.
That's the hypothesis we're talking
because
about.
of the anti-malaria that we take.
It's all hypothesis until it is
Guess
proven.
what?
So
it
it's
is
the
all
proof
hype-
that we're talking about
It's the
now.
proof that we need to find out.
Oh,
But
the
however,
other diseases drive corona when it comes. They say,
You know, there
they'll
are so
enter
many
you
things
to
there.
see, what's that? No, I'm not here now.
Typhoid
This
is
is the
here.
wrong place. Typhoid, typhoid. They say, well done, sir, and they leave. Corona, they see typhoid, they see suffering. They say,
Poverty.
Wrong address.
yeah. I'm not
Wrong
here.
address.
Wrong address. That's a wrong host. Please let me be going. That's, no. They don't want that.
so yes, Senior Alero, you are right about the exercise bit. Yeah, it's lately becoming a lifestyle. And it's also good because we're West Africans, we're black, we're hypertensive.
Yes.
Those three are in the same
Gotta-
sentence.
Gotta work hard at it.
With a period at the end. So one of the most effective ways of getting your blood pressure under control, if you're a man and you don't want to go down the drug routes for obvious reasons, is exercise.
Yeah.
What about if you're a woman?
Doesn't really matter. We've got our tricks.
You will still get it.
You will have hypertension, but you can, the antihypertensive drugs, we're good at that because we're good at applying makeup every day. And once you tell a woman that, think of
You're
it like
not
your
disciplined.
makeup, part of your makeup regime.
Women are more
Okay.
disciplined.
You
So
put
the
on your
temptations,
mascara,
the
and
temptations,
take off your-
the temptations
Yeah.
are always there,
Yeah.
not just for 1 week.
They're more disciplined.
Someone has sworn by her chocolate, so we can understand what I'm talking about here.
Guilty as charged.
But she's worked hard for it. Look at her.
Well, I mean, I can see that,
A little bit of sweet never killed anybody. You need sweet.
Thank you.
You need sweet.
Never did.
Don't look at me like that. Listen.
Eat the chocolate,
It's-
then
I
go
know,
down.
I know,
Why are you
no,
looking
wait.
up?
No, I'm just saying, it's weird for the fat chick to be saying, oh, sweets are okay. It's okay. Like, life is short. Hello.
Which fat girl are you talking about?
Oh, me, honey, I claim it. Oh. No, don't worry. Don't worry. They say, oh, big bone, plus size, lies, FAT. When you're in an exam, they say opposite of skinny is what? Fat. They don't say average or big bone or plus size. It's fat. Call it what it is. But but as even though I am FAT, I'm also PHAT, which is fat, pretty hot, and tempting. So it's okay.
As I was trying to say,
That's a new one on me.
I'm going to borrow that one. Definitely.
Wow.
so
Okay.
the temptation is always there. Let me ask you, Dr. Oni. The temptation is always there. On your street, you have 5 eateries, back to back to back
Oh,
to
dear.
back.
And you sample them all to know which one is healthiest for you. You have to try and know.
You are very unrepentant,
I'm sorry.
Chioma. Sample them all.
Yeah, you just to know which one is healthier for you. Which one has a healthier food? Sorry.
Oh God! So that temptation is there perpetually, every day. You cheat for a week, but the temptation is right there in your face every day. Going to work, as she said, and coming back. Oh, let me add to your list. Some walk long routes to get to the bus stop, and that same long route to get back.
Right.
So, how do you manage that?
Well, I think it starts with understanding who you are and where you are on the rung of the health ladder.
I'm going to pause you there to explain. When you say understanding who you are,
Now, I like to approach health, individual health, as far as their basal metabolic index is concerned, because that is what determines whether you have the optimum weight that that's compatible with life. Because everyone has a particular weight he or she is supposed to attain.
Right.
And that is
Dr.
what
Oni,
determines several other things. So
just one moment. You need to give us we have about 19 minutes. You're giving us a crash course right now. Many people don't know.
We don't know what a BMI is.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know what my. Do I know? Wait, I think I know. It's high. But a lot of people, when we talk about it, because I've been on a journey, when I talk to people about you need to know your BMI, they say, what is that?
the BMI
I say,
is
Google it.
the normal
Google
weight, the normal weight that you are supposed to attain based on your height. So it's individualistic,
Dr. Oni,
mathematically.
a lot of people don't believe in this BMI because according to BMI,
They say,
I'm
how you
overweight.
counting it? How you counting the
I'm
BMI?
overweight.
Maybe slightly,
Yes.
but until you assess it objectively, you may not know. Now, let me say something here, because obesity, being overweight, is associated with some other illnesses. Like
Right.
diabetes, blood pressure,
heart disease,
hypertension,
yes.
yes, heart disease, even arthritis.
Yes.
For the middle age. So, understanding who you are first of all will determine how you will be able to apply yourself to discipline. Because if you don't know where you are, you won't be able to look within and say, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. For example, the temptations are always there. But when you know what you are trying to, the goal you are trying to attain, for example, you are overweight or you are obese and you want to cut down your weight and you have a certain number of kg you need to drop, then all the things that, your resolve your resolve, your willpower will be strong enough. If despite the fact that you're having a lot of things coming at you, then also you'll be able to put in a lifestyle or a plan or a program that will help you to overcome some of these challenges or temptation. For example, those who are driving to work early in the morning and come back late in the night, you look for a way to have your dishes, look for a way to plan, prepare, because you already know where you are. So for me, knowing where you are and knowing what you need to get there will give you that willpower to be able to overcome, the temptation and challenges that we see around.
Dr. Roberts, I'll come to you, Dr. Ashebo. Dr. Roberts, what are those things people need to identify about themselves to know who they are? Because clearly, that percentage of Nigerians you talked about, let's say that's a microcosm of the percentage of Nigerians all over the country. What are those things that should help them to know who they are? What are the things to look out for so that they can now determine what their lifestyle should be in terms of living healthy and all of that?
Do you want me to give you a crash course in the little time we have left?
Oh,
it's
yes.
going to be a little
You
difficult.
actually have 3 minutes.
But basically, like Dr. Oni says, knowing yourself, you've got to know good diet. So should you be eating? And new research has shown that we should be eating from a wide diversity of foods. And my simple rule of thumb is cut out the processed sugar.
Yeah.
Cut out all processed sugar and processed foods as
things
much as
white.
possible. I know all the food companies are going to be on my neck.
White stuff.
Now,
The white
so
things.
anything that contains processed sugar. So the things that do not contain processed sugar that are sweets that you can indulge in, honey and fruits. Natural honey and fruits. So if you keep your sweet stuff more to that than to the, biscuits and ice creams and things that, and there are lots of hidden things, unfortunately, in this your fast food scenario that you created. There are a lot of hidden things that actually contain processed sugar that people don't think about.
and they don't even
Pizza.
know. Yeah.
Whoever thought? I was shocked. Baked beans. Whoever thought? That contain hidden sugar. Tinned corn. And with so much natural corn.
Really?
What about natural sweet corn?
If it's tinned,
Is it what?
Corn
the
on the
corn
cob.
on the cob.
No,
It's
corn on the cob,
fine.
fine.
But the one in the
But the
tin is
sweet
bad.
corn.
But the one in the tin has...
no,
Because sugar is a
Don't say
major
such.
industrial preservative.
Yeah.
It's a major industrial preservative. And so when food companies want to keep their food good and
and
edible for a
salt.
longer period of time, sugar
and
salt.
salt.
But I rinsed it, the corn, I
Let me
rinsed
just
the
give
corn.
Chairman
No.
some advice.
Can I rinse it from
no,
the corn?
no,
The tin, I rinsed it.
Buy the one on the cob.
Chairman,
I will like some
There's
farms
so
now
many
growing
farms. They're
sweet
grow
corn on the
beautiful.
cob. You can
Variety.
buy them.
Yes, I can
Just
send you the
assignment
links.
of removing the corn from the corn.
don't need to remove it.
I put it in stoves. I don't, I just scrape it off the stove till I put it in a
Easily
stove.
done. Sweetheart. They only won't give it to you like that if you want it
Can't
like
I
that.
rinse it from the tin? Just rinse off the sugar.
So where were we? Chiga, we've got a long way to go.
Sorry.
Thank God you are young. Your journey is long.
Well, she's PHAT.
That's
I'm
right.
not young,
She's
no,
going to be
like
pretty
that.
half amazing. So,
I'm learning.
so that's the first thing. The second thing that I would say, rule of thumb, eat what we call close to the ground. So as many foods that are like what we call a single ingredient bar. 2 ingredients, gari and water. Very, very healthy.
Nothing overmixed.
No long story about it. Then
No spinach,
the all our vegetable soups,
Yeah.
whether they like it or not, they're good for
They're
us.
smashing.
They're good for us. And all of them are single ingredients. Everything you add, except if you add a food cube, I won't call names. Except everything you add is one. So we eat very close to the ground. And you avoid all don't buy tins and packages as much
Of
as
the fruit,
possible.
of the vegetables.
Markets. Hit the markets. The tomato that you are buying, you can see that the one that you didn't buy yesterday has started to spoil today. Good for you.
Yes.
That is what is better for you than the tinned stuff that, we don't know whether they tinned it in
salt.
in the 18th century.
1800s.
Exactly. Chicken. Eat chicken that was alive yesterday, or at least this morning. Fish, the one that they caught with the
meat
net.
is strong.
You don't have to be buying the tins and packaging, The beef, even if you walked from north to south, it's still better.
That means it was healthy to
It's
get
healthy.
to south.
To get to the south, it was healthy instead of the tinned corn stuff. that they sell. So these are the simple rules of thumb. And you'll find that because the majority of Nigerians, like you quite rightly said,
It's like that.
eat like that, there's very little inflammation that is growing in their body. You know, which means that they've got very strong, that's what keeps your immune system strong. And you need something sweet. Oranges, mango season is about to land. You know, some nice mango
date
season.
syrup if you need something.
You know, pawpaw, eh? What did you say?
Date syrup, like dates or honey date.
Dates, not date
Yes,
syrup.
Not like using no actual.
Dates, not
but you
date
make
syrup.
you can make the local one like with actual you know with the date.
The
It's
fruit
not
itself.
Processed
The fruit,
and
yes, the fruit itself,
Like you let
yes,
you
I
soak
totally
it and,
agree,
and
yes.
you blend it and you make your sweet and you,
Yes.
you can bake with it. You can do whatever
Yes, you
you
can
want.
do a lot with it.
So
And
it
our
comes
natural
out like
honey is
looking like honey.
fantastic.
Yes,
And so
and you
many
can bake
people
with
are
it. You can do
doing
whatever
a
you
lot
want,
of
or use
good
bananas
stuff
for sweetening.
with our
Well,
natural
you know,
honey.
part of the things, Dr. Ashinyabi, that the number of people that will come to mind, you know, about this is that. Alara, why are you looking at me like that?
I'm waiting for you
Is
to
that-
I have stopped looking at you.
Is that a good number of people will say living healthy is very expensive.
kind of is.
Vegetable from the market.
Look at her. Look at her.
Eba.
In my experience, it kind of sort of is because when they tell you drink celery, one sour soup is so like 1,000 naira.
You are right.
And that sour soup, by the time you blend it, it gives you a drop of sour soup. So I've spent 1,000 naira for a drop of sour soup. Things like that,
To
you know, where
drink,
you're buying.
But in the
like to
village,
drink.
Chioma,
drink.
soursop is growing
Yeah,
and it's
because
rotting.
I mean,
So
I
they're just
happen
plucking off
to
the
have
tree and
an
eating it.
assistant who is from Jos.
It's because it's
And
you're
she
buying
said,
in Lagos.
oh, auntie, in our village, it's like pure water.
Exactly.
It's on the ground.
Yes.
I say, what? It's on the ground. Yes, sour soup is everywhere. Just fall down, they just roll on the road. Say, oh, wow, a sour has gone soup. It has grown, just like that. You know,
So Dr. Ashinyabi.
No, it's actually a very big misconception. It's definitely not true. It's a
But
big,
honey is very expensive
Honey
in the
is.
books of some people.
that's what it's in the books of some people. And there are many alternatives. You don't need to use honey. Secondly, it's only in Nigeria.
Sorry, before you go
sir,
on,
you say
Hold
you
on.
need
honey,
honey.
what can you
Can
use?
you use that
That's
for
why.
your tea?
Why do you have
Why
to
would you have to
put-
use tea?
Why
Why do you have to put honey?
Because
Why do you have
life
to
has to
sweeten
be.
it?
Excuse me, you can't come through Lagos traffic. You not sit down and drink tea without honey. Wow, life is hard enough outside.
It's not compulsory.
No, life is hard
Okay,
enough
so-
outside.
What do you use it?
Hello?
Natural
No.
honey is not. If you are going to the big expensive supermarkets
That's why I'm going.
and the bottles and the fancy packaging,
Yes.
fine.
5,000
But you have, if
That's
you
why
have
I'm
your Iya
going.
Basira who
Exactly.
knows that you like honey and sour soup, and she tells you that, Auntie, I have one brother who has a boss. When he's coming from
Yes.
the village, should he bring for
From
you?
Kaduna for somewhere
Yes.
where they have good
You
honey.
don't
Yeah.
even need to go to Kaduna. That's what she said.
Yes.
90% of us visit the local markets. Go there.
It's
They
there.
have honey.
It's there.
They
It's
have
cheaper. You have to pay for the AC if you want to go to the AC mall.
It's true.
Oh, exactly.
That's just the challenge. See, the city of grants are agreed. So, if you
also
want
agree
to
that
get
you
the
need to
packaging,
sweeten your tea.
packaging,
They
the
know.
branding.
you have to pay for the branding.
Yes.
That's if you have to pay for 1 kilocalorie of vegetable or 5 kg. After they weigh it on a scale, you pay for that too. But go to Mushin or Ujoelegba or Oyigbo
What
or
about my
Ajegunle
side? Alimo,
or my
don't-
12.
But you know, like,
They're not
but
weighing it
because
for you.
there are people who
A
like, there are
bunch is
people who, I know
200
people
naira.
who love going to the market. They love to go and see things and see what the market has every new period. I'm not one of those people.
Yeah.
I don't like shop, like I hate
So it's
empty
easy.
market.
Thank God you are not one of them. Just go on Instagram. Somebody will shop for
I
you.
know,
my
that's
12.
what, and that's what I do. And, But you can find what you want. You can find local produce.
Yeah.
People who
Yeah.
have made a living
Yeah.
of bringing
Bring-
things from
exactly.
the north.
So it's the same
So
thing.
you can find what you want and
Yeah.
not have to go to
So
the
it's
market,
not,
which
it's
I
not
love.
that way. Now,
Ugh.
the other thing about
From
the
my
thing
house.
that we're talking, knowing yourself, is I think Nigerians we should go away with a bit of numbers and very simple ones. For males, if you're just use a tape rule around your tummy, around your navel. If it is more than 41 cm, if you're a man,
No, 41 inches.
41 inches,
90
if you're a
cm.
man, be wary.
And if you're
For a
woman,
woman, 39.
39
Now, yeah,
inches, yeah.
yeah.
You are nowhere near this.
No, well, you're not there.
You are
so,
nowhere
so
near. You are not,
these
you are not.
numbers go in hand with also the BMI. I usually don't talk too much of the BMI because people forget and they don't like to calculate. So
wait.
the easier one is just take
Dr.
a tape rule.
Shiambi, somebody is calculating already.
No, there's no to calculate in tape rule.
No, I'm just thinking because
Obioma is available. Just call
In
Obioma, they will
fact, I
help
can
you.
give you a very
39.
simple one my sister gave me.
Yeah.
Take a piece of string in one
Yes.
hand and stretch it
stretch it
across
round.
your body
Chest
to
like
the
this.
other hand like this.
Yeah, that's your height. Really.
No, that's your
Yeah.
Then do it into
Double
two.
it into two. Cut
And then
it,
if you
put
can
it
go
around,
around your waist,
then
you're
you're
all
good.
right.
Yeah.
Very simple case.
so if he doesn't go
Yeah.
asking that.
Then
Do
you have
that
work
with
to
a
do.
piece of
You
string,
have work to do.
Double
And
it,
it should go around
and then
your
it should
waist.
go around your
Yeah.
waist.
Now,
Once it can go around your waist,
you're good to go.
You want to ask a question?
Yes, please. Excuse. I need to ask. If you are, and because when you are maybe if your significant order do like a bit more, you understand?
Has weight and
More
A
flesh.
occupies
bit more
space.
stuffs, you know?
a bit more.
Stuffs.
As long as you're getting the physical exercise that,
Yeah.
So
that
if
goes
yeah,
with
that
it.
goes with it. So
Yeah.
if you
No,
look
if
at
you like a bit more,
Because my waist
then you
might
have
not
to
be
be ready to
39.
do the physical activity.
No, you do the simple exercise.
if I do my walking, go to gym,
Action,
and my
yes.
waist might not be 39.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
Do you agree?
That's right.
You can do more
41,
exercise.
42, we can be walking with 42.
No, you can do more exercise with the significant orders.
Okay.
Yes,
Mm.
well,
So
no,
it
you're
helps
doing the
you.
exercise
Because
together.
they might not want you to lose too much of it. They like
Yeah. They will help you to keep it
Yeah.
down.
That was go pari
They
passu.
like it. Yeah.
That word.
Now, the
Exercise
second
must be
Because now if
thing,
you're happy.
yeah,
Measure it.
yeah. The second thing I would like us to go away with is
Just ask.
what minimum exercise would be okay and good
That's the
enough.
one I want to know.
That's without going to the gym or the.
Yeah.
So,
Just you can be your
Collecting
house.
link bridge.
yes, anywhere you are and it's safe, even if it's possible around your compound, you can do that. 30 minutes of fast walking 3 times a week.
Very simple.
Only 3 times.
Minimum.
That's the minimum.
Yes.
If you can do
It's a
more.
lifestyle.
No. They don't do brisk walk. There's a difference
They
between
stroll.
brisk walk
They stroll.
and we are
Strolling
just
in your walk.
leisurely
Strolling.
going or
Have
what
you
they
seen
do.
somebody who is late going to work before?
No, they
They
don't do that for. See, they don't do it
that
for
to-
30 minutes. See, let's say you're in your house, then you take an okada. It takes you to near the bus stop. Then you run 10 meters. Then you climb on the downfall.
burning calories.
Then from there, you do another 2 meters to get on the okada to get to your work. All you have just done briskly is just 3-4 minutes. So you are still left to 26 undone.
So don't take that first Okada.
That's right.
Walk small.
Walk fast.
Walk
not
fast from your house to the bus stop.
See, you have started though. You will now. This fasting is getting
I
to
hate
you.
hardship. I don't like hardship because
So
life is hard.
if you're able to do that, it keeps your heart going.
Exactly.
It burns some of the calories. Not everything to make you like pashandio. It's just to ensure that you are not likely going to develop the heart disease, the diabetic, the hypertension. Now, for those who have smartphones, though very few people, I mean, we've talked about the general because they might not have smartphones. Just download maybe
so
something
many
like
things. There's so many
Google Fit. It's there. Even the WHO recommendation is there.
Yeah.
So it helps you check how well you're doing in that exercise every day and every week.
Dr. Roberts, let me ask you this, and just so that both our studio audience and the public is aware. I perceive that there are some medical conditions that are peculiar to people of certain ages. What are those? And what are those ages? And what are those precautions they need to take from now going forward?
Very good question. I shall stick to those that are of, I would say, common or garden prevalence. Hypertension is one. Silent killer. And there's a reason why it is called silent killer. Headache is not a symptom of high blood pressure. Please. Headache is not a symptom of high blood pressure. The highest blood pressure, the person is relaxing and laughing and generally having fun.
And drops dead.
Overweight is not necessarily a symptom.
Let me tell them.
It's not necessarily a
Let me
symptom
tell them.
of high blood pressure. So high blood pressure, the only way to know is to constantly get a checkup. Measure it. Get to a licensed practitioner.
License.
License.
Not those in the market that
Not
carry
those in the market that carry
something.
anything that tell you what you want to hear because you've paid money.
Yes.
Exactly.
The nurses are very, very, very good at taking blood pressure because they do it all the time for the pregnant women and get your blood pressure measured.
least
Because
3
you're
times a year.
black and living in West Africa, chances are you are a candidate for essential hypertension. Check it. Unfortunately, with our recent urbanization over the last 30 to 40 years, you have to add type 2 diabetes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're seeing it in earlier and earlier
Young
ages.
people.
And unfortunately, why it seems to have a predilection for men is because, unlike women, men tend not to get pregnant and go to antenatal care. So they don't get
They don't
checked.
check. Yeah.
The women tend to get pregnant and go for antenatal care, and they are testing your urine and they're testing your blood pressure, so we are keeping it. But men have a nasty habit of being healthy.
In their mind.
In fact, in my husband's practice, what happens is that the man has a stroke and the wife is boasting he has never been sick a day in his life. I wish he had been.
Men have a habit of being well in their minds.
And they're very well in their minds. They're healthy.
Very
They're absolutely fit. You know, when
I
last
feel
did you go for
fine.
checkup?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
That's
I
it.
feel fine.
Doc,
I feel fine. I've never been sick a day in my life.
Are you sure? Are you
By
sure?
the time you've got that hypertension under watch, you know, we're
Under
still-
watch. Yeah.
Control is going to, that's your problem because men don't like taking antihypertensive drugs. In fact,
We are well in our mind.
yes, men do not like taking antihypertensive.
they break
It affects them in ways that they don't want to think
yes.
about.
Does it affect their...
It affects them in
Yes.
ways they don't want to think. This is a family program. It's Saturday morning. Mind yourself.
All right.
And in those ways, we don't take the drugs.
We don't. So they don't take the drugs. So this is the issue. So we've talked essential hypertension, type 2 diabetes. Let's come to the cancers.
Yeah.
You're black, prostate cancer. Black man, prostate cancer.
Over 40.
And
Black
again,
woman?
black woman, cervical,
Cervical cancer.
and breast,
And breast
or cervical.
cancer.
These two that we're mentioning, prostate for men and cervical for women,
Preventable.
the beauty about them is that they are actually curable.
With early detection.
So it is
detection.
worth talking about, early detection. And we are finding out that we are testing men earlier and earlier. Please don't wait till your 40th birthday.
That's right.
Try to do at 35 so that, you know, while you can still become a father, we are checking you and you can become the best father you can be and attend your grandchild's 10th birthday.
Dr. Roberts, I have a few seconds, but maybe I'll steal a few more. Dr. Oni, one that is increasing is that of depression because of what's happening to people around. How can we mitigate that? Stop breathing like that. How can we mitigate that?
Well, we need the roles of the mental health physician more than ever before. I think government needs
But
to do a
nobody
lot.
wants to go to see a mental health practitioner
will
because
think they're
they believe that they'll be...
Psychotherapist,
But-
psychologist. You don't have to be a
stigmatized as being
psychiatrist.
But you can do
You don't
stuff
have to go
online,
to
but
Arrow. You don't
you
have
can
to
do
go to
stuff
Yaba
online
left.
now.
No.
You can do stuff online. There's
Psychotherapists,
stuff online.
psychologists, counselors.
Yes.
These are
Counselors
people,
exist at the
these
PhD
are
level.
And there's
people who
help-
are
there's
already
help online
working with
now.
your mental state,
Yeah.
with your mental health,
And
even the
department,
doctors.
yeah.
So it doesn't have to be
Psychiatrist.
going to see the psychiatrist. No, at all. Where they change some other individuals. No, at all. So we need to do that. The government needs to come, come into.
But even
come in
understanding what
programs.
depression is and the kinds of depression, because some people might be clinically depressed, and then there's some people who are like, I'm depressed. Why? I'm always just sad. You're sad. I don't have money, so I'm sad. That's not, that might not be
the second thing.
depression. It's
In the
it's an
media,
actual
We
problem.
need to reduce this competitive and rivalry thing that is going on. You see,
Yeah.
just be yourself.
Okay.
Enjoy life. Actually.
Well,
Enjoy life.
that's kind of basic,
That's it.
but...
Dr. J is here.
Okay, well, maybe Dr. J can help with that one. But I have to thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for being here this morning. Dr. Alara Roberts, Dr. Oladapo Ashiyabi, as well as Dr. Shalom Oni. They are all public health practitioners. And we celebrate you. Please help me celebrate them as well as all of the health workers that have been intervening for us in this nation. Thank you so much. Among them are Dr. Akase, Nurse Israel, and Chika Onwama. Thank you all very much for what you do for us in this country.
you.
We really
Thank you.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
Sunrise is back in a moment.